you mentioned a great point, risk tolerance. When you think about risk tolerance and potentially the volatility of cryptos, how should that relate to someone's portfolio, and how would you model that appropriately? Perhaps, would you remind them about their score? How would that unfold for an advisor if they're across the kitchen table or the conference room table from their clients?
Yeah, I mean, shout to my Risk Alliance family, right? We all know they're the major players here, but just in general, I mean, you have to reprofile your clients for this reason. And this is why I tell advisors, take everything else off. I don't care what you did with the client before. It's all out the minute they mention crypto. Now you go into, okay, you're bringing this up to me. Why, right? Yes, you bring up their risk score, right? And then you say, okay, well, here is an asset class that is new. It is extremely volatile, right? There is, significant swings in price, and right. Why is this something that you would be taking a look at? Age matters, right? Demographics matter in terms of income, right? How much liquidity? All right, where are we going to take this from? Are we taking this from your bond sleeve? Is it coming from your equity sleeve, right? Looking at the history of the holdings of that client. And then also, again, being able to model and show the client, okay, well, here's how the Sharpe ratio, here's how the risk adjusted returns and everything is going to change your portfolio. Advisors, they can't do that right now. It's very hard to do. So I think what advisors need to do is this: say, Mr. and Mrs. Client, look, Bitcoin is a skyscraper. We're going to walk into the skyscraper. They're all beautiful $14, $15 million layout spreads. You can choose any one. You can live on the first floor, or you can live on the 100th floor with the balcony and the views, and you can oversee the skyline and the whole ocean. Where do you want to live? And ask them. And then they'll go, what? I did this with all of my, and they're like, huh? So where would you want, like, where was the first place you can tour it, you can, right? And 9 times out of 10, they go, oh, I want to be close to the doors and don't want the furniture to go all the way up that high. And why are you talking to me about Bitcoin? Bitcoin is on top, like living on a little bunk. You know what I mean? Like, and they go, oh, okay, that's risk, right? And just getting them to understand that and where your tolerance is with that. So I think when you frame it in different ways, and this is a really good point. Framing. Do I think Bitcoin is digital gold? No. But it's great framing for financial advisors. You know why? Because you can't go to your client portfolio and say, hey, this internet money, we're going to rotate out of this internet money and go into this internet money. Right? And the client like, what? But if you say digital gold, oh, okay. Right? I've got gold in my portfolio, so we're going to rotate that into Bitcoin, kind of that same narrative. Also, from the standpoint of, if it makes sense to an advisor, now the advisor can go to a client and says, oh, okay, this makes sense. So you're going to come to Bitcoin where it makes some sense for you. I get the digital gold narrative. I don't think it is, but I get why people say that, because if you manage money and you've been trained your whole life to create comparisons, because when humans don't understand things, the first thing we say is, what is it like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like?
Sure.
What is it, right? So you try and create this relatable thing, and that's what folks are doing with Bitcoin, because as an advisor, you're going to look at it differently than a data scientist, as with a Ruby developer, right? We are going to come at it with a different lens. And if advisors go, gold, digital gold, all right, whatever has it make sense to you, and then thus make sense to your clients.